So I've been watching some videos from Any Austin recently, and it made me want to just make a video talking about my favorite location in Skyrim. It might look a little bit familiar if you've watched another thing I recently made, because I just wandered around this area for a while. It's the Nightgate Inn. There's a lot of interesting things about it. First off, the location. It's very isolated. It is. There's nothing around. I mean, there's like a Dwemer ruin, though it's one of the like less notable Dwemer ruins. I'm pretty sure Alftand. Okay, no, you do go to Alftand, so you might end up there. There's a quest there, and then there's like Sheer Point. Like, there's just not much of note over here, really. Like a Stormcloak camp. I don't think the quests even have you go there. I think I won the Civil War with the Stormcloaks here, and I haven't been there yet, so yeah, you never actually go to that Stormcloak camp. It's in this valley here, right? That's like, so, like, why would you ever go in here? There's very few reasons to ever go in here. There is a reason to go to the Nightgate Inn specifically, but I'll get to that later. That's like the mystery that we find the answer to at the end. So it just looks pretty nice, you know. That's why I wandered around here for a while, and it's got a lighting bug apparently. And then it's got this pond. You know, there's fog off of it. I don't know if that's a mod or something. I have a lot of graphical mods, but you know, you've got how many inns have their own pond with their own little? What would you even call this? It's not. Is it like a pier? It's not a dock. You wouldn't put a boat on it, so I guess it's a pier where you can fish. This guy, Balagog Gronolob, probably does a lot of fishing. You can see some there.
I value my privacy, so if you don't mind. I value my privacy, so if you don't mind. I can't help you, friend. Talk to Hadring, the innkeeper. I can't help you, friend. Talk to Hadring, the innkeeper. I can't help you.
Yeah, he's interesting. A strange orc in very fancy clothes who just doesn't want to talk to you. Okay, strange. Spends a lot of time out here sitting and looking at the pond, presumably fishing, if it had animations for that. Here's some of the fish he caught, I guess. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it counts as stealing, so yeah, somebody owns them. You could check the files and maybe find out who exactly. And I guess let's just go into the end. So it's again, it's very far away from anywhere else. I don't know of any. I think there's like old Roldan Inn? I think that's an inn. So that's the only other competition for isolated inn, really, in Skyrim. I don't think there are any others. Just like out in the wilderness on its own here. You go inside and you got these skulls, quite a few. It's not anything too special. You got this guy, full time.
Got himself another customer, eh? You see any other inns around here? Where else would I go to drink?
Okay.
Walk away.
And if you look, he's got a blade's sword on him. Strange. Very strange. So that's one of the main things that I like about the place. There's a lot of like mystery. Like, who is that orc that just doesn't want to talk to you, but has some very nice clothing? Who is this guy? Strange. I think we've got. I'm just gonna look around for anything interesting I happen to find. Got a lot of books here. A lot of books here. That's actually a very large number of books. Not sure whose room that one is. We'll see once it's nighttime. And we just got the innkeeper here.
This old place? Huh. Been here forever. Built by my great-granda. Run by him, then all the way up the line to me. Nah, not so much. The odd traveler on the road. But mostly just old full-time. Come to drink away a lifetime of bad memories, I'd wager. Of course, there's the orc. Long-term tenant. That one. For what he pays, I could afford to shut this
Very
place
rich
down.
orc paying here to just, yeah.
Names...
Balablob.
or Malaclob, one of them funny orc names. Talks real good though, not a savage at all. Said he's a writer.
A writer.
Don't know what kind of job that is, but it must earn him some pretty coin. He's paid up for the next few months. He mostly just hangs about. Goes down to the
Oh,
lake,
okay, apparently they call it a
and
lake,
samples
even though
the
it's
stores of wine in the
clearly
cellar.
not big enough.
Man
But
can do
sure.
whatever he pleases, as far as I care.
Kind of mysterious. Kind of mysterious.
Take a look. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Alright, so we just rent
Let
this
me know
room.
if
It's a
there's
standard
anything
tiny inn bedroom. That's fine. So there's another point about the location I want to make. It's, again, very out of the way in that I don't... It's rare you happen to, like, come across here, right? The only time you'd ever come here, I guess, is if you're going through here to get to somewhere, typically. And there's just a particular quest where I've happened upon this place twice. And once was the first time I was playing Skyrim. I wanted to be a mage, so I took a carriage to the College of Winterhold, did some of their first quests at, like, Sarthal. I haven't done that on this character, they're not even marked on the map. And then, like, once you leave Sarthal, your next quest is to go here. I had to make a custom destination, because again, I haven't done that on this character. And so, if you are just starting out, you wouldn't have, like, Valtime or Shimmermist Cave nearby to go to. So you might fast travel to Whiterun to go there, or you might think, oh, I could go here from Winterhold, probably, and just try to go in a straight line from Winterhold over there, and you might go, like, over these mountains, and you might go, like, down this path here, and then you just happen to run directly into this inn. Which, and again, this has happened to me twice. I played a mage recently, again, like a year ago, and I happened to run into it again, and was like, huh, yeah, that really is just placed exactly there. So, you know, imagine you're just traveling and you find this and you have no idea what it is. You're making some ridiculous journey between Winterhold and over here, and, you know, who's this orc? He's clearly got something going on.
I value my privacy, so if you don't mind...
But he won't tell you. He's rich. He wrote a book. Just this, you know, some mysterious person. There's clearly, like, an answer to this somewhere, but can you find it? I'm actually not sure. So if we go down... I'm just going to the wine cellar. It's also one of the only places that has a wine cellar. I think the Winking Skeever has one, but, you know, it's just another unique thing going on. Well, most inns don't get wine cellars. Why does this one get it? You've got, you know, this nice room in here. It's got a lute. Legend of Crately House. Oh, it's a play? Okay. Sure. I haven't actually looked through the room before, at least not recently. So I'm just wondering if I can find any hints. Boiled cream treats, not much of a hint. Yeah, you can't really find any hints. Just some kind of mystery down here. There's also a secret exit. Just out here, I guess. Not much special. So, you've got, you know, two mysterious people at this inn in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing else here. And to add to the mystery further, there's a significant amount of cut content in this area. there used to be a place, a town called Heliarchen here. The name got reused for that one. I think you can tell from like a bunch of data of like keys that for like, oh, this was the key for a building that would have been here, and there's like other stuff that tells you there would have been a small town here. But it was entirely removed and left with just the inn. Which I think is kind of more fun, because again, you don't get any other inns out on their own in the middle of nowhere in this, very nice area. So it's very unique and it stands out. I've actually played a mod, I think it's called like the cutting room floor, that tries to add in a bunch of cut content, but it often isn't very good because it was cut, because it was unfinished. And so the town is just the absolute bare minimum of a town in that mod. Like, it's got people that have completely generic dialogue, and there's a completely generic blacksmith. Just nothing of interest there at all. But you can take a look at it. I'll see if I have any pictures I can find. I thought he was finally going to go to sleep, but he's just changing tables. How late does it have to be for you to sleep over here? Come on. Okay, here we go. Okay, he's finally gone into his room, so it's just this one. It's got a lot of books as well. A lot of books. So, I mean, he just goes to sleep at 3 a.m. He goes to sleep over here, also at 3 a.m. Got, Herbane's bestiary. It just, something going on here. Got a very well-organized mead and wine shelf. The restaurant reviews are going to love that. And then here we see him going to sleep. Nothing new, I guess. So, of course, there is an answer to these mysteries that you can find eventually. And this one's a little bit special to me as well, because, as I mentioned, I happened upon this place on my own the first time I played the game. I also read this book the first time I played the game. I just found it really interesting. Like, there's a little recipe book, and there's in Skyrim, that's like fun. Written by somebody called the Gourmet. That's interesting. And I just made sure I remembered that in my head, and then, someday after I found this place, and then I happened to do the Dark Brotherhood quest line, where of course you find Balagog Gronolob is the Gourmet hiding out here. And I guess an interesting thing about the book is that it notes somewhere at the opening, it says the vast landscape of Breton food. So you might assume it was written by a Breton, and you probably wouldn't assume it was written by an orc, but it actually makes sense because orcs are in High Rock, so clearly he learned from Bretons and then decided to move to some hidden inn in the middle of nowhere in Skyrim, just to be alone, I guess, hide from his enormous amounts of fame and live a quiet life looking at a pond all day and sleeping in a wine cellar. I think it's actually really dangerous. Right? Aren't there like fumes that could give you like I don't know, brain damage? So, do the Dark Brotherhood quest. You have to disguise yourself as the Gourmet to go see the Emperor, of course, because the Gourmet is so secretive, anybody can disguise as him, and so you go and kill him and take his stuff. Actually, what if I went and... Let me just look for a moment. Okay, he only has money on him. I was wondering if he had, like, his writ. There's, like, a thing he has saying, yep, I'm the Gourmet, I'm here to cook for the Emperor. But he doesn't have it yet, unless you get the quest, I think. So I guess in the end, with all the facts laid out, it's a little bit simple. But, you know, the remote location, the mystery to it all, if you just happen to stumble upon it on your own, I just really enjoy it, you know? And again, remote, but also kind of very nice location, you know? It's a very nice place to have inn out in the middle of the wilderness where nobody would ever reach it, and you wonder why the inn even exists in the first place, because nobody would ever travel here. I guess theoretically it would be a sensible way to travel from Windhelm to Dawnstar, but I don't know. In-game, you're never gonna take that route, I think. Oh well. So yeah, I just like this place. Just wanted to make a video about appreciating it